back with another video, you guys, and this is a very much highly requested video, and I semi didn't want to do this video because I feel like it's gonna make me emotional, and I really don't like to get all fucking emotional on camera and shit, but I guess I gotta give the people what they want to see, plus I gotta make my coins, so it just makes sense to make sense, you feel what I'm saying? But nah, I'm just playing. Today I'm gonna be reacting to Splain's documentary. I kind of seen snippets of it, and I heard that it has a lot of me in it, so it's really not much to say. A lot of people requested and wanted to hear my opinion on the documentary. It seemed very, very professional and very well put together, so I'm just gonna kind of watch it and speak. He tells his side of the story, so I'm really interested to hear his side of the story. Yeah, so let's get straight into this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. On the road to 1 mil. Let's get straight into it. I just went, but let's get straight into it. Put it loud.
I was always one of those kids that always had a dream. I was passionate for whatever I wanted. When I wanted to do something,
the skates, the dancing.
Just noticed that I'm very talented, and I can do a lot of things. I just noticed that by myself.
He just noticed that by himself.
Who is King Cosby? King Cosby. First off, you gotta know something.
This is giving me crazy little vibes. Maybe because
first. So let's get it.
Maybe because it's like a documentary.
I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, from a small little place, little town in Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in Baton Rouge is like very, very rough in a way. You know what I'm saying? It's very challenging. You gotta start to, you know what I'm saying, know your whereabouts, know your surroundings. I feel like in Baton Rouge it's like a jungle. You know what I'm saying? It's like you lose people, you could be lost in it as well. But you know what I'm saying? Baton Rouge is this place that I grew up from, and I learned a lot from it. You know, coming from there, being successful and stuff is very, 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 very tough. And my mom and dad are still together to this day. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with both my parents. I really grew up with a great family. You know what I'm saying? Positive family. My mom and my dad, I really, you know, my mama's boy, ain't no cap. You know what I'm saying? So, like growing up from them and stuff, they showed me a lot and taught me a lot. You know what I'm saying? Made me feel good as a kid. In high school, I was mostly like very to myself, very chill. I was a chill dude, you know what I'm saying? I was very known for a lot of things. Me dancing, me, you know, skating, me just being, you know what I'm saying, I guess the cool kid, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna count like my grades in school. Like, I was one of the kids that was
I used to help him with his grades
class
in
and
school.
stuff, but I still managed to pull through to graduate from it.
Well, with that one class, we had a class together, y'all.
It was very big. It was like everybody knew me from dancing. Everybody knew any dance that came out, they knew I had it on lock, you know what I'm saying?
They like, that nigga, that be dancing.
And me dancing kind of got me, I guess, the popularity, because everybody knew like, oh, this nigga dance, or he know how to dance, and especially from dancing and dressing and stuff, so all that kind of like played a part too from it. So a lot of people just loved me dancing, you know, put a beat on, stick a quarter in me, I'm gone.
Especially to some Tiger, baby. He used to love Tiger.
I wasn't taking YouTube serious. I did like YouTube, like it was like 4 years ago. I was actually posting my dance videos. I used to go out, get my camera, get my little speaker, and just go out any location, a far location, and just pick just started dancing. I
remember he used to I used to record some of his YouTube videos, but he was doing YouTube before we was recording videos, but I used to record
what type of what?
Some of his YouTube videos, and he taught me how to do every time you hit, you shake the camera.
And my videos and stuff, I really was posting on YouTube because of my family. My family wanted to always see my video, like my mom and my dad.
So I always watched them in the living room, sky high. His family was his biggest fans. Was his support system. They still are.
Pop up on the TV. So that's the only reason why I was putting it on YouTube, just for them to see it.
Right.
I never really did it for like that, but that's how it went. Me and Nique, we actually met each other in high school, Woodline High, in the 9th grade. We was walking to each other in the hallway when we saw each other. I was coming one way, she was coming one way. We had looked at each other and stuff, and you know, I went with the move, and that's how it went. We started to, you know, catch vibes with each other and stuff. So that's how we really met. You know what I'm saying? Like we was coming from a 700 hall, but I was going to agriculture, science or something like that. And she said that she was coming one way. I said a joke, and she laughed, and then I had ran into my room. Ran into my class, but I knew I made her laugh.
That was the first time I seen him.
And it was that.
I was so freaking skinny. I was so skinny.
We was the same. We was like the same. Like we were both Capricorns. You know what I'm saying? And it's like from in the time in school, like we was on the same. Like I was on my shit, she was on her shit, and it was like we both was popping, and I always looked at her and thought this.
The little bun.
And I was looking at myself and said I was gonna be great.
Same.
We always had like this connection with each other, this love connection that always drew us with each other, no matter what. Like we was with each other or we wasn't with each other. And
we was really never with each other.
We always.
During high school, we was never really together. It was kind of like a you got a girlfriend, I got a boyfriend. Oh, when the girlfriend and boyfriend mess up, we'll be here. It was kind of like a friendship before it could even be a relationship. We really never got into a relationship until my senior year.
Had a connection to each other, some way.
This is fire, so
We
professional.
started, you know what I'm saying? I basically saying like YouTube. We basically started it together.
Oh my god, this is our first video.
You know, we both came up.
Oh, this wasn't our first video, but that video looked like, yeah, we got that energy. You feel what I'm saying? We had the personalities to do YouTube.
We both
From the jump, like we've been having this energy.
You know
We love Chris and Quinn. We still love
I
them.
knew about camera stuff. I knew about
Well, I still-
how to edit. She always
both
wanted
love
to do,
it.
like YouTube. And she showed me like Chris and Quinn, and I started watching their videos and stuff. It was very entertaining.
Look how skinny I
Like, you know
am.
what I'm saying? Like, hey, let's do this. And it became fun.
With the
It was a
giggles,
lot
this
of
is around Christmas
sacrifices
time.
that, you know what I'm saying, that I have done, that she has did too. You know what I'm saying, that made the channel like be more than what it was. Anybody can be YouTube. Anybody, but it's the hard work and dedication and sweat, blood, and tears that you gotta put into it. You gotta have that something. You gotta have that spark. And I think that's what we had. We was one of those couples that had it. That could be it. We started booming. Like, you know what I'm saying, we linked up with Funny Mike. We started doing, you know, videos with Mike and stuff.
Mike was the vibe. We used to go to Mike's house and work almost every day.
That's how most of it really started coming up. We just started grinding. We was coming business. That's all we started. Being successful at a young age, it feels good.
That's true. I was big on this house tour, y'all. I done lost a lot of weight.
Tell me about Kaiser.
Kaiser Spillane Fernell Johnson. That boy.
Yeah, with the 4 names. Ah! He's on here. Look how cute. He had just came from daycare, y'all, this day. So his shirt was a little... He was bald. So freaking bald.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like Kaiser, I don't know how I was when I was younger or a kid.
Look at those
I don't know
eyes.
if she was a kid or what, but 9 out of 10, I know Kaiser is smarter than both
He's
of
a
us
genius.
when we was kids. Like,
My
Kaiser
baby is so smart. He knows
is different.
his
He's a different
numbers in
breed.
Spanish.
I'm very proud.
He
I'm
know
very
how-
happy that that's my
He's just a
child.
genius. He's a good dad, y'all.
Good soul, you know what I'm saying?
They like this.
I love him to death, I ain't gonna lie. I can baby. I ain't gonna cap this one right
They
now.
love Cosmo. I love Cosmo. We both love Cosmo. Look at Cosmo. He was nice.
2.
This is so dramatic.
Myself.
So tell me, when did things go wrong?
Oh no. They got the sad music and shit. When did things go wrong?
And our relationship,
My heart beating
closed
fast.
doors down the line. I actually cheated. You know what I'm saying? I cheated
He's
my
sweet.
decision on certain things that, you know what I'm saying, as us behind closed doors had multiple conversations about. She accepted me back. We moved on from it. Stuff was still holding.
This is one of the clips that I seen and that I did want to speak on. Yeah, because I feel like he didn't go into depth, but it's really nothing to go into. Well, it is stuff going into depth. I guess it's none of y'all business. Yeah, in our relationship, around the time when things did go wrong, he did cheat on me. I you know, you have somebody on a leash, you never give them enough time to hang themselves or enough rope to hang themselves. Mama used to always tell me, you can't keep holding people with a short rope. You got to give them enough rope to hang themselves. So the years that we were together, I was so on him and so on him and so on him that I realized that I was kind of suffocating him, and that was one of the things that was making him very unhappy. So around, like, you know, one of the times where it's like, Nique, he ain't did nothing, you know, just let him go. He wanted to go out of town one time, and I'm like, you know, I'm gonna just let him be free. I trust him. We got that trust. We got this bond. He ain't gonna never break it. Like, I know him. He's solid. You know what I mean? And it was kind of like a slap in the face, because, you know, as soon as you let your guard down and somebody break that trust and somebody like hurt you, or somebody like you know how you build, it took a lot out of you to trust a person, and as soon as you trust them, they kind of lose your trust. Like, they kind of do some shit and you be like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, I was just starting to trust you. Damn. Like, you really fucked it up for me. You really fucked my head up with this one. You get what I'm saying? So that was kind of one of the things that happened when he cheated. And I did, you know, he was like, you know, it's a mistake. It was a lot of crying. It was a lot of long nights. It was a lot of sad nights. It was a lot of me going to my parents' house. It was a lot, it was a lot, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I said, you know, I want to do this for my family. I want us to be together. People make mistakes. I feel like nobody really makes the same mistake twice. I believe in people making mistakes. I believe in people having problems in their relationship. I just don't believe in doing it more than once.
Into that, coming with us, you know what I'm saying, as a weight on an ankle.
Yeah, it was definitely like
I started to want to put up to different things, and I couldn't do different things because of, you know, obviously I broke trust, you know what I'm saying, I broke a promise. We didn't really tell our business. We didn't really let nobody know what was going on with us off camera.
It just happened overnight for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I woke up one morning, one day, and everything was on me. Like, for real, like, everything was on me. And it's like, how can you go from this to that? You know what I'm saying? Like, just so quick, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, damn, like what the fuck?
I think that was something that, you know, she couldn't get over, or, you know what I'm saying?
It wasn't the fact. He said he think that it was stuck, maybe something that I couldn't get over. It wasn't the fact that I couldn't get over it, y'all. Because eventually I had started to, you know, it's just, okay, you know how somebody cheat and then they be like, right after that, like, I'm not gonna do this no more, I promise, I'm gonna give you this, I'm gonna give you that, da 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 da. And then next week it's back to the same shit. You know what I mean? That's what kind of happened in this situation. It was like, he wanted me to forget it overnight. Dudes want you to heal overnight. They want you to start completely trusting them again overnight. They want to do what they want to do. They want to go to the strip club. They want to go here. They want to go do this. They want to do that. Right after you then broke the trust. You feel what I'm saying? They do stuff and then they put it like, they do stuff and then they'll be like, man, you should have took me back if you wasn't gonna trust me. And you be like, damn, nigga, you just said you was gonna earn my trust back. You get what I'm saying? And he would do little stuff, but the cheating just became repetitive. The me catching him texting girls, the me catching him trying to talk to girls, or try to communicate with girls, or try to talk to girls through his friends and stuff like that. That is what I could. You know how somebody cheat and then they wait a long time, maybe a year or two, do it again, like, let me test it out. It wasn't that for him. I feel like he was so unhappy. He was so unhappy that he did it, and then once I forgave him, it was kind of like oh shit, she forgave me, let me see what else I could do. And that's what I couldn't, that was the weight. You know what I mean? It wasn't just like a, man, I did it one time, I'm perfect, she can't get over it. It was like a, man, I did it this one time, but all the other stuff I did, it wasn't that bad. You get what I'm saying?
Just couldn't move from it.
Yeah, we couldn't move forward.
But at the same time, you tell them to do it, now you feel like it's not genuine because I just told you to do that. When it's supposed to naturally just be like, you should.
Another problem, I hate to keep stopping on the video, but I wanted to speak on the video and speak what I watched. Another problem in our relationship, with him saying that, like, conversations behind closed doors. After he cheated, it became like a At first, it was like I cheated. I don't know why I cheated. That was the biggest mistake of my life. And then it became, when I wasn't taking that, it became, I cheated because of you. You're not a good girlfriend, or you this, you that, you don't cook enough, you don't clean enough, you don't cater to me enough. That's what it became. You know, after a while, my thing is on 5%. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, I'm back. So that's what it became. It became like a him telling me. He started to tell me he was unhappy. He had never told me he was unhappy until after he cheated. And then once I caught him cheating, he was like, you know, it's like everything just started all of a sudden coming out. And I'm like, damn, I never knew you felt this way. I wish you would have told me this before you cheated, because then I would have looked at it a different way. Now I'm looking at it as like, nigga, this is just your excuse because you got caught, because you was never going to tell me. You know what I mean? So that's just how I feel about the situation where he's talking about, we had conversations and he was telling me stuff to do, like, oh, I want you to cook more. And then, like, I would cook more, and then he felt like I wasn't cooking because I wanted to cook. I was cooking because that's what he asked for, and he felt like that wasn't genuine, I'm guessing.
My body language. I should use your body language and know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be on the same page at all times, no matter what.
I felt like a leash was on me at one point. I was like, I couldn't do certain things no more, and it was just like taking a toll on the relationship.
That's true.
All this tension, aggravating every time somebody say something. I did that off me, and you know, I have to live with that.
The main question everybody wants to know is, did you cheat with Carmen?
Did I cheat with Carmen? No. No, I did not cheat with Carmen. It was a rumor, miscommunication. I understood what people were saying. I understand.
This is a rumor. It was a rumor that he started, which was, if it is a rumor, I still will never know the truth. It's a rumor that he started. I just feel like at the time, I feel like it was an unnecessary rumor. If it was just something unnecessary. Like, why would somebody that's so close to me, like, if you're my boyfriend, why would you make up something about somebody that's so close to me? If it was made up, if it didn't happen. And it was like a very, very in-depth story. I would never get that.
Things went, but I had my reasons. It's not cool. It's not okay. And I was confused when.
Just the gap. Okay, so I'm just going to clear the air about this. He speaks about having his reasons on making the rumor about Carmen. After all this stuff had went on, he's telling me that he doesn't want to be with me, all this type of stuff. I grew closer to Carmen, and I would do stuff, and then I guess he felt that I was with Carmen every day, so he was making the rumor up so that way he could get close to somebody and figure out what I was doing, because I obviously was telling Carmen because I was close to her, which is nuts.
When the post was even made, saying something.
The post. Let's listen.
About with this person. And I'm like, you know, to me, I'm like, when we started doing this, you know what I'm saying? We was actually in the house with each other.
We were in the house when I made that tweet.
The post was even made. You know what I'm saying? I remember her telling me, like, I'm about to say da-da-da-da, and I'm like, all right, cool. And I turned my back on her, like, come on now, like, it's not that serious. Like, we not on that.
Okay, you guys, so when I tweeted the post about supposedly King and Carmen fuck, we were actually in the house together, y'all. I had just found out this news the day before, and you know how you find out something and your boyfriend is just totally shutting you out? He did the wrong. I feel like he should have came to me and explained to me what was going on, but instead of him coming and trying to explain, He ran away from the situation. He ignored my calls. When he got home, he ignored me as if though I did something wrong to him. My reason for posting that tweet is because y'all don't know how many times I said in plain face when he got home, y'all. I was so frustrated because it's like, this dude had to ignore me all day. I'm asking you, you supposedly slept with this girl. Why are you not telling me what's going on? You're supposed to be explaining to me, okay, well, baby, I know you're hearing this, but it's not that. I got the complete opposite from him. He put it as if though I had did something to him, or he was acting like he was just ignoring me that whole day. Before I made that tweet, I came to him and I said, I'm finna tweet something that I'm never gonna be able to come back from. You know I don't like putting my business out. You know I don't like putting our business out, but I need to know. I need to know the real story. I need to hear you talk now. Like I said, y'all know when the dudes be guilty or whatever, they don't talk. They start to avoid you or start to try to flip the switch and make it seem as if though you did something to them. I wasn't having none of that. I wasn't having none of that, y'all. So what I did was I said, you need to let me know what's going on, because I can only go off of what Ebony is telling me, what Carmen is telling me. You need to talk to me, and if you're not gonna talk to me, I'm gonna get my information from somewhere else. So that was my point in us being in the house. When I tweeted the tweet, I said, before I tweet this tweet, I'm begging you. I said to him and I said, I'm begging you, tell me what's going on. And he like, no, I don't care. I don't care. I did what I did. Da 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 da. He's like got this big energy, like I did something to him. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I don't have to deal with this shit. Like, fuck both of y'all at this point. And that's why I tweeted my tweet, and that's why it went from what it was. It could have been solved if he would have just simply said to me and explained what happened, or said to me and told me the story, and I would have dealt with it maybe in private. Maybe I would have went out with it. But I feel like he was not giving me nothing. It's like everybody hiding something from around, everybody hiding shit around you. You just find out, and the person that you feel like you should trust the most, the person that you feel like y'all have some type of connection, is not talking to you and making it seem like as if though you did the wrong. You know what I mean? So that's why I tweeted the tweet. He was not surprised. I let him know that I was about to tweet the tweet, and I asked him, do you have anything to tell me before I tweet this tweet? And he was acting all big and bad. And then when I tweeted the tweet, that's when he wanted to talk. And when I tweeted the tweet, that's when he wanted to come say, why did you do that? But that's what happened.
And when she did it, I think she deleted it and went, hey, it went like, boom.
That's true. It did go boom.
You got 1, 2, and 3 talking about a situation online. You got many thousands of people listening to y'all, talking y'all business. They don't even know y'all, but just know y'all for camera. I'm not gonna do that. I don't like being publicly humiliated.
But he publicly humiliated me.
Maybe needed somebody to talk to, because clearly he can't talk to us.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my money from this, so this is very surprising out of my character.
I wouldn't.
I feel like this is very funny that he puts a lot of he looks at this as if though, I feel like this is just very weird that he puts a lot like me and Carmen into the documentary as if though it's like something to tell or something to show. And he puts that live in there, and I feel like that live, y'all, I feel like no matter what, this is one of the reasons why, this is kind of one of the things that made me realize that the relationship probably just wasn't worth saving. Because I feel like regardless of the fact of we arguing, if two people are against me, and I'm feeling all alone because of some shit that you started, and you just disappear, you know what I mean? I feel like that's just wrong. No matter what, you're supposed to defend your woman or the person that you love or your partner. I feel like in that moment, that live, he wasn't there for me. Like, I was there by myself. And then that made me realize that, you know, maybe this whole time I've really been here by myself. Or maybe this whole time I've been living for us, but maybe he wasn't. You know what I mean? That live, I feel like they were both coming at me and I was alone. You know what I mean? I mean, after, you know, my friends would come in, but where was he? You know, where was he to clear up the misunderstanding? He had just disappeared. So I just felt like that was just, I mean, and I know he has his reasons, but he started it. He started it all. So I don't get that.
Anything for my views or money, I wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I just feel like that's just me as a person, and I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't hiding. It wasn't the fact that I was hiding or just in the 30s. Just the fact that wasn't cool. The same night,
a lot of stuff that he did wasn't cool.
Live. I came back home and she was with Kaza, and I was furious because
he was. He woke me up mad.
He had things that I knew already. It was like I was the most person really trying to get my information that I wanted to get, and I didn't get it. Everybody was looking for me to say something. I wanted to make sure home was straight first before I made my little video that I posted. And when I did, I felt it like a big relief once I made the post.
I want to start off by saying that I'm sorry to Nique, and I apologize to all my supporters.
But nobody never asked me how I feel. Nobody never asked me, are you okay?
A lot of people asked him, was he okay? Even my family members, even if the situation was happening to me, a lot of people asked him, was he okay? A lot of people asked him how he felt. Maybe he just didn't want to hear it.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more.
But maybe he's looking for you guys to ask him how he felt or something.
And I'm gonna just, you know, take my licks and just pick my head up and I just know what to do next. I just know what not to do next time.
I guess he's saying like his new relationship.
I'm normal, I'm human and all that, because people like to use that to make you feel them, but I can't make nobody feel.
Everybody's human, y'all. People make mistakes.
I can't make you understand.
But people make choices as well, you know what I mean?
No matter what I tell people, I can't make you feel me. I'm hurt as a person as well too.
And I believe that he's hurt.
I have feelings as well.
He does,
I fed a lie to get information.
He fed a lie.
You know what I'm saying? I can't make nobody believe me. I can't make nobody
We can't.
look at it. You know what I'm saying? It might sound crazy, it might sound stupid, but that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? I told a lie to get some information that I wanted. And it went up. And I have to suffer.
I feel like, I don't know. Maybe it should have been a different lie if it was a lie, or it should have just been. I just feel like anybody, I wouldn't feel comfortable going into depth about a lie or telling any type of story that was with one of his close friends that could possibly get out and be like, oh, I don't want you to think. I just wouldn't put anybody in the situation that I was put in. So I really would never understand that. And he has his own reasons, like he said, and this is his story to tell.
The consequences because of that.
Yeah, definitely.
And I know the truth. I know deep down inside me, myself and I and God.
That's good, because I'll never know the truth.
Looking back at it in a way and changing things, yes, I go back from the time that I did what I did. You know what I'm saying? I tap myself on the shoulder. Me now, getting out this chill, going back.
There's a lot of me in this video.
Months down the line, and just tapping myself on the shoulder. Like, look, bro, this ain't what you want to do. Later on in life, this ain't what you want to do. This ain't it right now. You're gonna lose a lot. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna feel a lot. You're gonna hurt a lot. You're gonna hurt a lot of people. You're gonna make people look at you different than what you.
Why you had to put these sad videos in here?
And you know what I'm saying? I heard it a lot. I hurt a lot of people. I hurt myself. I hurt me. You know what I'm saying? I hurt my family. I'm damn sure I hurt the whole side of the family. I hurt it. I know for a fact deep down, Kaz don't know what's going on, but I feel like I'm hurting him too. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a lot that I have to be, just strong for. I have to be, it's like really being mentally strong for this and really being prepared for this. So me going back in time and to asking myself, you know what I'm saying, like this is what I want to do now. I wish I could go back in time right now and just, switch a little thing. But it's life, so I have to, keep my head up and just keep going with, move forward and stuff. So it hurts me a lot. made my decision. I moved out of the house because of me. You know, I had to make sure I had King Spillane snapped in and was like, your health at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody knows this. You know what I'm saying? Me and Nique was going through something off camera that, you know what I'm saying, we didn't want the world to even know. I went on LA to, like, you know, give space. You know what I'm saying? And we had a moment before I went to LA, and I remember like it was yesterday, and you know what I'm saying? And we both was probably on the edge on what we was.
It was a time, I feel like this is what he's talking about. This is around the time that I had just probably caught him texting and doing other stuff that he probably wasn't supposed to be doing, or that he was hiding from me. And we just decided, we was like, we arguing all the time, you know, you still doing the same stuff, is what I'm telling him. And then that's when I told y'all it switched to, like, you know, he's telling me, I don't want to be with you, I don't even like you no more, everything you do, like every little thing I would do, it would just make him mad, or he just didn't like it. It just got to the point where I felt like he hated me and everything about me. So we had came to the conclusion where it was like, you know, let's just break up. If that's what it is, you know, you telling me you don't like me, you telling me, you know, I'm not this, I'm not good at this. It's like everything that I did was bad or being criticized. It was like, you know, you don't do this enough, you don't clean enough, you're not a good girlfriend, you don't do this enough, why do I have to tell you to do this all the time, and da 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 da. It just was never, everything that I did was always going unnoticed. So it's just, at one point I'm like, you know, he's telling me that he definitely doesn't want to be with me. I'm crying these days. I'm trying to see what can I do to make him happy and this, that, and the third. And it just kind of was like, you know. So he went to LA, and I went to Miami, and then I actually met up with somebody and had a conversation with somebody, and he found out about the conversation. And I guess that's where everything went downhill. So he says that his trip was for him to clear his mind after he had already told me several times that he did not want to be with me. So I feel like that's what he's talking about, and that probably made everything 10 times worse. But the cheating and everything had already came. It was already a discussion that we were going to break up, and we just went our separate ways.
You know what I'm saying? We was in bed, it was midnight, it was late at night.
The conversation that he's talking about,
she got up and she was, you know, she started to cry, and she was talking to me, and she was telling me.
The conversation that we had, okay, so it was a conversation, y'all. Hold on, let me let it play first.
And she was saying that she wasn't happy. You know what I'm saying? And me being me, as a person, you know, I wouldn't want nobody to say they're not happy and they're not happy with me.
Alright, y'all, so this is around the time we first moved into the house. This is about the day, maybe like a week. Okay guys, so my camera lost storage, but we're back. Okay, so this is around the time that we had just moved into the house. He had cheated. I forgave him from that, and then I started finding out a whole bunch of other stuff. And then it just eventually got to the point where it's like, dang, well, I'm always thinking about all the stuff that you do. I can never look at you the same. I'm always walking on ice. It's just, everything had just got bad, and I wanted to tell him, you know how you let your partner know before it gets too bad that you just not happy. I feel like he mistook this, my conversation, my crying out for help, as of me complaining. Like, I just woke up, and I feel like it was because he was so tired of me and so aggravated with me that he wasn't really trying to see the real. He had this image painted of me already, and he was just kind of tired of my bullshit and just tired of me in general, and he just wasn't happy in the situation that he was in. So everything I said would always pick a fight. You know how you just aggravated with somebody, so everything they do is just like, ugh, you know what I mean? So I woke up one night and I was like, you know, I was crying. I'm like, I'm not happy. He had started going out and not telling me. He had stopped sharing his location with me, and I just couldn't trust him because of his mistakes or his his actions, I couldn't trust him. He was telling me one thing, but his actions were just, I could feel, you know, a woman know when they man's just not all the way there. And I felt that, and I didn't like the feeling because I wasn't used to that feeling. I wasn't used to feeling uncomfortable. I wasn't used to feeling insecure. I wasn't used to feeling not secure in my relationship. I wasn't used to that stuff. So before it got to a point where I just didn't want to do it no more, I came to him and I told him, you know, I'm not happy. Help me. Let's help our relationship. I want to try. I'm not happy. Like, I was just crying to him saying, I'm not happy. I'm not happy. And he was like, well, if you're not happy, break up with me then, because I don't want to be with nobody who ain't happy. And I was like, you know how you want somebody to respond to a conversation different than what they did, and then it make you look like, well, that's, I really wasn't expecting that response. You know what I mean? I wanted to fix our relationship. I wanted it to be better, but he was kind of like, if you ain't happy, break up with me then. Like, if you're not happy, I'm not trying to be with nobody who I'm not happy with. That's the kind of energy he gave off to me. And it kind of made the situation worse. This was before Miami. This was before both of us went to LA. This is kind of the starter of us saying, okay, you know. At one point, I'm like, he hates me. Like, everything I do, I'm insecure within myself because he doesn't like, am I really a good girlfriend? Am I really a good woman? That I started to question myself like that, and I didn't like that. You know what I mean? And that's kind of another deal breaker.
The tension in the house got real more intense.
Yeah, it got more intense. He started leaving and not. Yeah. One night he came home. He had not been answering my calls or my texts or nothing like that, and he came home at about 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'm not gonna accept nobody coming home 5 o'clock in the morning. We supposed to be in a relationship. You're not answering the phone. You're not answering my calls. You're not texting me back. And you want to come at home at 5 o'clock in the morning? Go your ass upstairs and sleep upstairs. And that's how it started, where he started sleeping upstairs, because I wasn't finna tolerate. You're not finna sleep with me if you're gonna be out doing whatever you want to do and I don't know what you're doing. So that's how that came about.
In $1 million house.
Yeah, he started sleeping upstairs and I was sleeping downstairs.
Now where we go from here? Now we just in the house. We don't want to let go of each other, obviously. Fussing and arguing and not seeing eye to eye. You know what I'm saying? She go out of town again. I go out of town again. You know what I'm saying?
It got to the point where we were only sharing the house. We was only sharing the house until he moved out on me. But we were only just sharing the house. I would go where I wanted to go. I was never there. I went from Atlanta to Miami to Atlanta to this place, that place, this place. I was never home. And I feel like every time I would go home, it was depressing. So I'm not gonna lie, I was really trying to run away from being in the same environment with him, because it was just always negative. And he probably was feeling the same way about just staying at home, and he just knew that I stayed there, and that probably didn't sit well with him. You know what I mean?
It's feeling this emptiness and loneliness, and we not talking to each other. And every time we do talk to each other, it's an argument. It's mentally hurting me.
Mm-hmm. It's mentally hurting everybody.
Everybody, you know what I'm saying? I'm just starting to, with the people that's around me now helping me, I'm just starting to open up and say certain things and say how I feel. I'm just starting to learn. I'm just learning. If somebody asks you, are you okay? I'm just learning to say, no, I'm not okay.
I feel like that's really good that he's learning that. That was one of the main reasons. Things that I was trying to get him to do while we was in a relationship. I feel like he was so scared, maybe in the beginning of the relationship, that he would hurt my feelings. He wouldn't. When people hold stuff in, they start to hold it against you, and they let it build up, and it comes out the wrong time. You know what I mean? So I feel like he had held so much stuff in that he wasn't happy about in the relationship, and he had faked it for so long that when it did come, and when all this stuff did come, he was like, I was unhappy, blah, 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 this time, that time. And I'm like, dude, damn, you didn't tell me. Because anytime I'm unhappy, I'm going to let you know, so that way we can avoid the boil over, the hurt, the volcano. We can avoid, the blowover.
I started to get depressed.
Mm-hmm.
I started to feel empty in the inside. I started to, we were just sleeping upstairs and.
Okay, let me see. I guess I'm gonna stop there with the recording because it's pretty freaking long. Let me see. Let me save it so that way I can. How do you save these, y'all? Hold on, give me a minute, y'all. I'll figure out how to save it. I think it's already saved. But yeah, that was my response or my reaction to the documentary. It was very professional, very proud. I know he has his merch and stuff at the end. Very proud of that. I'm just very proud of him being able to open up and basically tell his side of the story the way he wants to. We'll never probably see eye to eye on a lot of stuff. I hope as he grows as a man and I grow as a woman, I'll be able to understand some stuff and he'll be able to understand what exactly I was going through. But you know, congratulations to him on that. It was very, very, very professional, and I wish him the best. I loved it. I mean, I liked the documentary. I feel like it gave him time to tell his story and how he felt about a lot of stuff. I just wanted to fill in gaps where he kind of like said stuff but didn't really say stuff. But yeah, I liked it. I'm very proud. It was amazing quality. Everything about it was super duper amazing. His merch is super cool, and I'm very proud of him, and I'm very proud of his new journey, and I wish him nothing but the best. We wish each other nothing but the best. But yeah, you guys, that's just how I feel about it. In response to I know a lot of people are saying, you know, how do I feel about him getting into a relationship so soon? I have really no words for him and his relationship, y'all. People move on, and I'm down for whatever makes him happy. If that's making him happy, kudos to him. I hope he surrounds himself with nothing but you know, nothing but, what's the word I'm trying to say, genuine women. I want him to surround himself around, you know, genuine people and people that's gonna be there for him, not just for media or anything else. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I've known about the girl because it was one of the girls that he was actually talking to, and one time we had a whole argument about the girl and how he, you know, it was kind of one of those situations where it's like, you don't have to worry about her, she's only doing my hair, it's nothing like that, see, you so insecure, da 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 da. And you know, I'm glad that God took me out of that situation, because I see where I probably would have been at if I was still in that situation. You know what I mean? So it was kind of like one of those moments, like, you know, it was like, oh, she was one of the girls your dude told you not to worry about. And that's completely fine. Like, you know, I can only be thankful for what I'm blessed with right now. I wish him nothing but the best. I hope he surrounds himself with genuine women, people that are not just out there to just talk to him or you know, in that situation. But y'all, let that man move on. Don't attack him, don't attack that girl. Just let them do their own thing, and it is what it is, y'all. But yeah, I'm good. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We are both on the road to heal and do better things. I wish him nothing but the best. Thank y'all so much for tuning into this super long video. And yeah, bye-bye.